So we're gonna start doing a little bit of cooking. We are, for dinner tonight, having beef pasta marinara. There's the star of the show. Figured I'd walk you guys through a little bit of my cooking setup from the interior side of things.
I'm Shawka, and this is the shepherd, Fritz. We love going on adventures together. Hiking, biking, kayaking. If it involves travel or the outdoors, we're gonna come running. So come join in on the adventure with Shawka and the shepherd.
So, if we look in here, I have these unlatched right now because we're not going anywhere, but I latch this obviously when we travel. So I have, this is from when I was tenting. This was actually a gift from my mom. And it's basically everything you will ever need when camping. My stereo, I have a little radio that I put in here. Typically, I've got some extra mitts, first aid kit, things like that back there. So down here, I have a little percolator, some dish soap, some other little odds and ends. I have a drying rack, plus a cutting board. And then above that, let me kind of pull this out. And it is tightly packed in here. You can see there's some storage bins and things back there that are collapsible. So I have everything that I would need ever in terms of utensils in here, in these two spaces. All the utensils and everything in here, plates, pots, etc., in here. And I do have a collapsible camping kit, by the way, back with those storage bins too. So again, everything that I would ever need is in here. But I don't use this stuff very often. Now tonight, I am using this. I measured out 10 ounces of water, so hopefully after it boils, it'll be closer to 8 ounces. And we are back outside. So we got a propane line down here. I just opened it. You can see it runs over here. And I got my stove up and running. So it's running real well right now, boiling up that water. But what's really nice about this is that it's very sizable. So I could put like this, for instance, in the morning to do my percolating coffee and everything. And I can easily fit a cast iron skillet over here too if I wanted to. My cast iron skillet's pretty large, but plenty of space for that. And can run my coffee and my breakfast all at the same time just using my propane. So it's really nice. It's very minimal, but it does what it needs to do. We are, for dinner tonight, having beef pasta marinara. This is from Peak. So I have like survived off of this stuff, Peak in particular, over the past, 4 years of trips that I've done. I've done quite a few trips, and this stuff is amazing. So much better than a lot of the other foods. One of the things I love about it is it gives you a ton of calories. They give you a full, hearty sample and selection of food. It's really great. Here we go. We got the steam rolling already, guys. So we're boiling. We're ready to go. When you open these up, there are going to be little like packets that keep this stuff fresh. Make sure you pull it out. Do not leave this in there. Tip number 1. Tip number 2, it depends on how rough you want to get it. But personally, I just eat it straight out of the bag. It's easy. The only thing I will say is if you're eating straight out of the bag, you're going to probably want a longer spoon or fork. I'm roughing it today because, like I said, we're minimal right now. I'm just trying to get here, sleep, and get out of here tomorrow morning. So we're just running with a plastic, regular old spoon. It'll work. It might get a little bit messy, but it's not too bad. Little tip, make sure you guys get gloves that are good for handling hot things and also waterproof. They're great. Get any color that you like. I got black. If you're like my brother-in-law, you got a gift from me and they're hot pink. We're gonna pour that water in. Pretty straightforward. You're gonna mix this stuff up real good. Yep, bugs, sorry. I do highly recommend that you really mix it up, guys. There'll be moments where you get done and you're ready to eat and you find like chunks of stuff because you didn't mix it well enough. One thing I want to point out for these, especially I think the Peak ones in particular, it's a good idea in my opinion to use a little bit more water than they call for. So this calls for 8 ounces. I told you guys I use 10. So that hopefully after it gets to boiling and loses a little bit of water from evaporation, I actually am closer to 9 ounces of water. I always like to have more than I need because I feel like these are a little drier than they should be. So let's give you guys a little look-see if we can. I don't want to spill this stuff. There you go. You can kind of see what it looks like right now. It's not amazing, but it's not supposed to be amazing yet. So we're going to seal this back up. So this calls for 10 minutes. You're supposed to let it sit for 10 minutes. And then you can open it back up, stir it again, give it one last final stir, and you're good to go. Personally, I'll give it 10 minutes, I'll open it up, I'll stir it, Then I'll close it and I'll let it sit for probably another 5 to 10 minutes before I actually start to eat it. Because in my experience, especially with these peak fuel ones, they really need a lot of time to be able to absorb all that water to be really, really good. So, just a little pointer. We'll be back once it's ready to roll. Hopefully Fritz isn't barking too crazy back there. Some other dog started barking and now he's going nuts. He wants a friend. When you're letting this stuff hydrate, the noodles are not your issue, and don't judge it by the noodles, because the noodles are gonna be done way faster than the meat will be. The meat is what takes forever to get hydrated. All right, we're going in. So, it's pretty good overall. Even though I let this sit extra long so it would absorb a lot of stuff and maybe not be as moist. Sorry if you don't like the word moist, sorry Strongheart. But it is still quite moist. All right, I'm going in. Still lots of juices dripping off of this thing, it's amazing. All right, here we go, a little taste test. Overall, quite good. The meatballs are mostly hydrated. Going in for a bite number 2. Yeah. Very tasty. Like I said, tastes fine. I'm more gauging the water factor in the meatballs, and they're pretty well hydrated. So I'm gonna finish my dinner, and we'll catch you guys in the morning. Morning, everybody. I slept like a rock last night. Beautiful. Beautiful day. Beautiful day again. This is our site here at Maumee State Park. You guys can see Fritz just chilling, sniffing around a little bit. Really spacious site. Just absolutely love it here. Very spacious. Very, very nice. We're back inside, guys. Fritz has already taken my bed. He loves doing that. It's his favorite spot. Today's agenda is pretty straightforward. So I am moving on to my next location, South Higgins State Park up in Michigan. Something I didn't think about going into this was that, you know, I need cards to be able to record a lot of this footage and stuff. I tried to Amazon locker a couple storage drives for 1, this camera, and then 2, the GoPros. Hopefully they get here at a decent time. But outside of that little change in the schedule for today, the greatest thing about camping, guys, is that you've got 2 extremely difficult choices to make during the day. And that's it. Just 2 choices. I think I'm gonna go with granola today. Mostly because I'm gonna have some bananas. I got some bananas. I need to eat these up pretty quickly because they're gonna go bad pretty fast. This is Columbia Fair Trade certified. It's very, very good. It's probably my favorite. I'll check back in with you guys when we get ready to load up. Catch you guys in a bit. Before I show you guys the time-lapse video of me tearing everything down, I figured I'd show you guys the inside of the camper. And anytime you have a pop-up style camper, like an A-Liner Evolution here or any other kind of A-Liner, the thing is everything has to be basically waist down. It's really important to put things that are heavy down on the floor so that you have a good, smooth ride and no issues at all with that. So that's the interior setup for when we get everything collapsed and ready to go for traveling. Next up, I'll show you guys a time lapse of how we tear it all down. All right, we are pretty much ready to roll. It is 12:13, so I'm a little bit behind my original schedule. I was hoping to get out here at 12. So, but all in all, pretty good considering I, had to do a whole bunch of video footage and setup and all that jazz. It adds a lot more time than I thought it would, to be honest with you guys. It adds a lot more time than I thought it would, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun doing this. The editing part's not going to be as much fun, but hey, it's all part of the gig. So, next up, I'm not going to film like 3 hours of driving. It's a little too long. I'll just crush my battery and my hard drives, which that's the thing we'll talk about later. But I am going to do a little driving footage here, just so you guys can kind of see the exit of the park that I'm at here. Enjoy the footage, guys.
If you like today's video, make sure you subscribe. Turn notifications on so you don't miss our latest videos as well. In the meantime, check out these 2 videos. As we continue our journey, we look forward to seeing you again next time on Shawka and the Shepherd.